sketch show, week 7, Monday, Tuesday. And that man's name, and you should all show him a great deal of appreciation, is James Dolton.
Is this on? This is on. Great. Chazz is running me an errand, but just before we start, I believe in representative democracy. I believe in the power that we have something to say and we should be allowed to say it. So therefore, well, yes, that's fucking awesome. Whilst I know I'm here kind of on my own back and on my own accord, I'll turn my laptop. I think that you guys should have some say in what it is that I do. So what I've done is I've brought this along. That is an air horn. And what I'm going to do is, Chazz,
yes?
Can I borrow your bullied people?
Of course you can.
Can I?
Yeah, the more the merrier.
Great, cool. Right, sorry, I can't see over there. Who's Meg? Right, there is that. And I've basically written far more stand-up than I have time to do. So, twice in this set, you're allowed to let off that horn, and I'll skip whatever I'm doing and go on to the next bit. You can check. It should each be about 2 minutes long, and there's 7 on the sheet, so that should work fine. And because, you know, representative democracy is about you're allowed to put across your way however you can, if you guys are bored of it too, you tell me. You tell Meg, and she'll tell me with that suddenly incredibly high-pitched air horn. But yes, right now what we're going to do is we're going to have a match. The lights are off for a reason. The lights are off because I wonder if I can move this. So that this can suddenly become potent. This is a lamp. But we're going to have a match here. We're going to have a match right now. So Jordan, that'll be Jordan right there. Can you stand up quickly? People on the right of Jordan, you support light. So when the light is on, you're winning. So can you, like, imagine that if you're supporting people, your team's just scored a goal, or you've won a bet, or, I don't know, got an A, or a first, what we call it. Can you just give me some celebrating? Thank you. Now, you guys, left of Jordan, you're the team in dark. And this is what you wanted to happen. Don't ask me why, but you did. And this is good for you, and this is exactly the same. This is what you want to happen, and I want to hear that from you. Yeah! Right. You hit perfectly upon it. The two can't coexist. We can't have light and dark at the same time. So when you're winning, you're losing. And when you're winning, you're losing. So not only do I want you to let the lamp know when you're winning it, because you're in control of this. This is a match and you are players. When you're losing, you need to let them know. You hate them. You really hate them. So what we're going to do is we're going to have like a 30-second long match where the light will be coming on off intermittently. And the winner is the person who's got it in their place at the end, because as we all know, that's the only statistic that counts. So, can I have like a 5-second count? Houston, can you give me a 5-second countdown? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So yeah. The match is over, except, can you just look at this piece of paper for me? Can you, it's really bad to make it dark, can you guys can you confirm that that has a list of how long I want the light to be on and off at any given time? And can you confirm that it says off wins at the bottom? Yes. You guys did nothing. There was nothing to do with you. You were just whooping for even less reason than you thought you were whooping for. You were whooping for virtually no reason. That's kind of the point I want to make, is that sports fans amaze me because they have this incredible ability to believe that they're involved in what's going on. Sport is not predetermined, and it isn't, and you can tell for two reasons. The first is that sports people are so pig-headed and stupid that they would never, I mean professionals, would never, ever allow themselves to take part in cheating in such a way as that meant that they would come out as losing. The other is that sports people are not actors, and you can tell this because every time you've ever seen a sports person in a TV commercial, it is awful. Really awful. There's one recently with, what's his name? Joe Hart, England goalkeeper Joe Hart. You might have seen him. I saw him in the pub the other day. He's on the floor, having a terrible time. He's in the pitch, in uniform. Oh no! Oh, and then someone comes running in from the side with a little bag, and they sit down and they give him a pot of Head and Shoulders shampoo. They put it in his hair and he goes, "You're not better." And he gets up and he goes back to the goal. But the trouble is, I was watching it on TV in the pub, like the prototypical white male that I am, and the sound was therefore off, which meant that I was thinking, what's Head and Shoulders going to do to cure Joe Hart's crippling piles? Oh no! Oh god! I was expecting to get up and have brown on the back of his shoulders. And it brings new meaning to the term man shitty. That's what I call a democratic joke, because all of you, regardless of your creed and your colour and your own beliefs, find it just as not funny. Can we just shout for like 2 seconds, like just whooping harder, like 1, 2. Guild Council is going on up the corridor at the moment, and that's the most interesting thing they'll hear all evening. It'll make the most sense too. Where's my sheet gone? I've forgotten what I'm doing. Sorry, not that one. Yeah, okay. Yeah, sport people who are fans of sport have this incredible ability to believe that they're involved, but they're not. And that kind of, my favourite thing is the fact that people can always sort of postulate their own opinions whenever we're in the pub. That's what you do in the pub. You turn up. And there's a really great one. I just love the stunning irony of men the size of houses within pints declaring paid professional athletes not fit to wear the shirt. I just think that's amazing. It's ludicrous, and it got me thinking. Football shirts in general are a very strange concept. I'm hopefully wearing one today. And this is because I played football early, not because of any great planning. Honest. But yeah, this is a football shirt, which was from my school. That's what this badge is. Esse Quan Vigere, which means fuck all. It says Forest School on the back because we lived in the forest. Yeah, cool, but look. There's another one. Yeah. Because this is where I'm from, not because I support them. And then... this is a place that I visited. Shevchenko. And then... this is another place I visited. I only have 4 shirts and no jokes for it. And there's no more in there. But yeah, football shirts, they're amazing because fans wear them, but why? As we've discussed, there's really no ability for sports fans to affect what's going on in the field of play. So why do they wear these shirts? They can't expect to be called onto the field and expected to be taken involved, to actually have any part. And I realised something else that was quite interesting, was that my brother gave me this for Christmas this year. And it's it's a sort of mug with an Arsenal logo on it. Because I'm nominally an Arsenal fan. One thing that I thought was really interesting was, if normally at an international football tournament, if I would be wearing this shirt, which is a Holland shirt, I would be a Holland fan. Then, is this beer now an Arsenal fan? Because it's wearing an Arsenal shirt, and the beer has just as much ability to change what goes on the game as I do. And it's you can get bumper stickers on the back of your car, and the car actually has more ability to change the game, 2 minutes, thank you, than you do, because it might run someone over on the way to the ground. That's the only justification I can really think of for why it works. And it got me thinking, it is ridiculous that people stake huge personal wealth and satisfaction and goals and taste on how well their sporting teams do, but you don't really mind when other people do it. You don't really mind people, it's your own lookout, whatever you do. But the thing that really bothers me is when you see little children. You can get football shirts that are yay small and not crop tops, they're for children. I should have pointed that out. That's why I haven't got one on under here somewhere. You can get these shirts for tiny little children, and it really bothers me that, what if your kid isn't an Arsenal fan? It doesn't know. It's just been born. It can't decide. It needs some time. But People, they take their kids along to these events and they force them to spend 2 hours every weekend in a kind of a spectacle of noise and colour and sound. And they're taught that everyone around them are their friends and the people who they're fellows with and people who they should support along with, and that people on the field are their friends. But what's more, and this is the really bothersome part, is that like you guys at the beginning, you might have liked these people, but you hated them. You hated them because they were winning or they were losing. And it's really, thank you, Chazz, it's really, really kind of sad that there's this ability to teach children to hate people who wear a different colour shirt to them because they wear a different colour shirt to them. There's no more logic to it than that. Amen.
Goes Dolton, ladies and gentlemen! No, that's more lights on. That's more lights on. Flick things on instead. There, that's one.